It's the NFL on EA Sports. And this one features the Saints athletic corner, who's stating his place among the league's best with 6 picks this season. It's the Saints and the 49ers under the lights on Monday night.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Tonight, we wrap up the first 13 weeks of the season with a good Monday nighter between the New Orleans Saints. Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And off we go to wrap up a busy weekend of football. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally, kept the ball clean, and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though, they trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. This defense for the Saints, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's third down. A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice game.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get, so he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
Throwing on third, Goff. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers that can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
That's an early scramble to be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
The numbers for McCaffrey last week: 15 carries, 89 yards, and a touchdown. Goff's throw caught by Gray. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
And he has 12 touchdowns on the ground this season, so you know it's a big part of their offense. They count on it, not only to score the touchdowns, but now they can play action, fake it to him, throw it out to the wide receivers, get it to other players who can also produce.
Now Goff taps this forward. That's a jet sweep. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Now Goff. And this is going to be incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them,
all right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Off the option, here's McCaffrey. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Now it's gone. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw. There's Chris Olave. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because of zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The Saints at 9-2 to start play. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And the offense last week, they certainly have things humming because if you can run up 40-plus points a game, you certainly take a lot of pressure off of your defense, and you're not going to lose very often.
He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. We're scoreless after 1. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a third down and less than a yard. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They go play action here on first down. They'll roll him out right. And he lost the football, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And here comes throw number one for the backup QB. They'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. Here's Kamara trying to run for it, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Now a play fake here on first down. He'll buy some time right. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
And the tight end goes in motion left. On second down, Kamara. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Got an open man. It's Olave. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 22-yard line. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This is Smith with a grab. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. Finds his tight end Oliver here outright. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A really nice gain of 25 yards. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. There's Goff. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And that is incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw taken in by Samuel. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Goff throwing again. Being chased out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. This is taken at the 18. 44-yard punt, return of 9. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard. I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
On play action, they'll throw. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. Yeah, no question. He got to the QB late, CD, and that's going to get a flag every time.
Every single time. Because let's face it, the league is always going to have an emphasis on these calls. They want to take care of these quarterbacks who are in vulnerable positions when they're passing the football.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The Saints in the hurry up here, clock continuing to roll. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Looking to throw. Pass complete. Finds Thomas going across the middle. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Going right back to Michael Thomas. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and it's third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. They'll look to throw again. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Fourth down now as San Fran's defense is strong in coverage. The kick by Lutz is good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So we've reached past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Parks. Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Back to throw. Parks. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. A give. This is Kamara. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Again, it's Kamara to about the 48-yard line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
It's caught, Smith. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. is the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Kamara off the draw. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. In lieu of the sneak on 4th and inches, they just say, give it to the big man in the backfield.
Yeah, fullback no less. Not many of those left in the NFL, but for those that have one, perfect time to use them, perfect time to get it done.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion force there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Will Lutz now to try the New Orleans field goal. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps a deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. On first down, it's gone. That's Samuel, caught left side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield and broke down the defender. Made him
what do you mean by that, Burko?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. A handoff left, McCaffrey. And it's a fumble. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams?
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look.
After review of the play, ruling on the field is
so that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 45-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Oh, he shifts past him. And some room to work. And now look at this. Big gain This is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Now Goff. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the 49ers are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
And we certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Kamara up the middle. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 44 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
10 more there and another 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And down to the 36-yard line here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Olave over the middle.
And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
The kick by Lutz is good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
On first down, Goff. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
The sack by the linebacker, Jamin Davis. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That third down conversion good for 23. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now a first down throw. Gone.
That's complete left side to Gray.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Goff's throw caught by Gray.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4th down is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
Clock running here, under 90 seconds to go. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. They run with McCaffrey off the option.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Goff now to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Niners have taken a fourth quarter lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 5. That time a 9-play drive.
And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
So all eyes on the Saints offense. Down on the scoreboard. A minute 15 remaining. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw.
Pass complete, Thomas.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's back to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. They'll look to throw.
He's got his target. It's Olave.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. He'll look to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move, He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Back to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his helmet. Got to totally command and make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Back to throw again. He's going to let it go again. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Now one more shot at it. Obviously, again, they've got to go for the end zone.
Well, we've seen it happen before. How about Aaron Rodgers throughout his career? He seems to pull it off about every other week. But if I'm the defense, I'm rushing the quarterback and making him move away from his throwing arm. That makes it a little bit tougher to get it downfield.
This for all the marbles. And did he catch it? He did. A touchdown. One of the most improbable finishes in recent history. They've won it on the final throw.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile